Hello guys, today we are going to solve the questions using the else-seek system calls. So the question will also involve the use of read, write and open system calls. So we will focus today on three questions. The first question is write a program to print the last 5 characters of a file on the screen. So first start with the header files unistd.h include, then stdio.h sys/types, sys/start and fcntl.h. So we need to print the last 5 characters of a file. So let's start by declaring the required variables. So we require a variable of the type int, a buffer, size 10 will be enough. For opening the file also we need a file descriptor, so another variable of int. Alright, so ft open the file, whichever file we want to print, from whichever file we want to print the last characters. So let's suppose the file is test. So since I want to read, o_read only, that's it. Now I want to read from the end. So what I will do is I will reposition the cursor else-seek within the file ft -6 from seek_end. Now why have used -6 and why not -5? Because the last character is end of the file. So if I position it -5, it will be able to read only last 4 characters. So I am positioning it -6 so that it can read last 5 characters. So I will show you the difference also. So the cursor is positioned. Now read from ft 5 into the buffer. How many? 5. Write on the screen from the buffer. Now use this n because there might not be 5 characters, n, right? Okay, now so let us create a file test and write some characters into it. So let's write some data. So writing into the file. Alright, so now what is the last 5 characters? Let's source files. So files are the last 5 characters. Okay, files. Save this. Let me show this here. Right, so now compile the program question1.c. no error, a.out. And now you can see here last 5 characters are files. Okay, but if you have used here -5, as many of you might have thought, now I compile this, run it, and now you see it prints only 1 2 3 4. Okay, so because the last character will be end of the file, so just position it one extra character to the left. The second question is write a program to print characters starting from 15th character till the 20th character of file f1.txt into the file f4.txt. So two files already exist. We need to copy some characters from f1.txt into f4.txt from 15th till 20th. So here also the 15th and 20th character are included. So let's first prepare those files which already exist. f1.txt. So now I need from 15th. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, 12, 13, 14, and this one is 15th. Let's write in capital. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, then again whatever you want. So the main focus is on from capital Z to capital N. Save this. File exists F4 also, so let's create that also. Alright, now move to the program. Alright, so I have already included the header files. Start with int main. Since two files are required to be opened, so two variables for the file descriptors. N, I need that also. Character buffer 10 will be enough. So now open the first file. Open f1.txt in the read o_read only, and then from 15th, this means I should reposition the cursor within the first file on the 15th position from the beginning. Okay, so this will position on the 15th character. Then read how many? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So how many you should read? 6 characters. This is again important. Generally we say 15, 25, and we write here 5. Okay, including 15th and 20th. Into buffer how many? 6. Alright, so where I want to copy it into another file, so open that file also. f4.txt in which mode? o_write only, because I want to write into this. Then write into fd1 from the buffer how many? Those many were read. So what I will do here, read, save it into n, how many it was able to read. Alright, save it, compile. So seek underscore undeclared. Okay, not beginning, seek set. So this is a common mistake that most of the time we do. It's not seek beginning, seek set. Alright, dot out. Now check the contents of f4.txt. So yes, so there's a mistake. What? Now this again I did not emphasize in the beginning because I knew this is what people will do by default. Okay, I need to read from 15. So if I move 15, the initial position is 0, not 1. So what is the correction required? You need to write here not 15 but 14, because the indexing starts from 0. So what we say as 1, so what is the first character of this file is this hash, but this will be 0th as per the indexing of the arrays. So now we need to write here lseek fd 14. So this will position the cursor to the 15th character. Recompile and then run it. Now if you test the contents, now it is correct. So Z was the 15th character and N was the 20th character. Okay, so two key things to remember here. One is this positioning. Okay, if it is 15th character you need to write 14. If it is 20th character you need to write 19, one less. Why? Because the indexing will start from 0. And since 15th till 20th you need to read 6 characters. The last question is, write a program to print the second half of a file. So the challenge in this case is, how do I know what is the total size of the file, because once I know this total size of the file, then only I can identify half the contents of the file. So you cannot count how many characters are there. Okay, so don't create a file and then write 20 characters and they say okay, last 10 is what I'm supposed to copy. No, the size of the file is not specified, so this should work in general. It doesn't matter what should be the size of the file. Alright, so let's start with the program. First few things are common what we have done so far. So we need file descriptors for the two files, not .n, n, buffer, expose 100. Now, so open the first file, fd open. Let's suppose that the first file name is f1.txt. This file already exists in my system, so I'm using that. o_read only, because I'm just going to read from this. Now how do I come to know what is the size of the file? So for that we'll use lseek and position the cursor at the end. Okay, at the end. So -1 from seek_end. Now whatever lseek returns is the size, because lseek will position the cursor at the last character. Okay, this I will show you first and then I will complete the program. So let's write this size and print the size of the file. Print what? Print size is %t size. Okay, so lseek returns the position of the cursor in the file. Since I have positioned it in the last on the last character, so this will give me the size. So let me show you this once. So ls-l f1.txt. so the size is 42 characters. Okay, gcc q3.c printf. Okay, no issues. You need to include the header file for printf, which is stdio.h. recompile, done, a.out. so you can see it is returning 41, but the size is 42. Why? I have already told you, the last character is end of the file. Okay, so I know that if I need to position it, then I'm going to use -1, which is going to tell me the size 1 less than the total size of the file. But if I count the number of characters in f1.txt, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 30 31 32 33 34 5 6 7 8 9 40 41. Okay, so 41 are the characters that I have written. Alright, so the exact written characters are 41. Now I have got the size. Divided by 2, you will have half the file size, and then start printing from that point. So what I need to do is, since I have the size now how to get the middle? From middle I want that will be half. So let's take another variable here, middle. So mid. So what is mid? Mid is size by 2, and then you need to position your cursor where? At mid from seek_set. Okay, now the cursor is positioned at the middle. So what you can do now, since your buffer might not be as large as the half of the file, so half size of the file. So it's better that you use the while loop. Keep reading from FD into buffer how much, let's say 10 at a time. So while n is not equal to 0, this we have discussed when we did this in the playlist for operating system lab. So while we are able to read anything, you need to do what? You need to write it into the other file. So fd1, I have not opened that, but I will do it right after completing this. From the buffer how much n. So let's open fd1, open the second file. Let's suppose it is f4.txt, and we need to open this in the write only mode. Alright, so we have copied. This should work. Let's try this. gcc q3.c. alright, run this, and now I will list the contents of f1.txt and f4.txt, and let's compare, right? So this is from here of the contents. Yes, okay. Moreover, what we can do is we can simply list the size of both the files, and that will be better to compare, right? Okay, so almost half. Why? Because the number was not exactly so now let us change the contents of the file. So I'm going to add a few more content to check whether it is still working fine or not. Rerun the program, check the size once again, f4.txt. Here you can see again size is up. So I hope now you will be able to solve all the programs related to lseek. In the next class we are going to discuss the unsolved questions on process creation using the fork system call.